Namaste and welcome to Sujith Talks. My name is Sujith Billa, registered migration agent here in Melbourne. This video is about partner visas granted and refused between 1st July 2017 to 28th Feb 2019. Partner visa subclasses 100, 309, 801, 820. This information is brought to you by the Department of Home Affairs under Freedom of Information Act. Please note that the numbers include primary and secondary applicants, and the partner visas are multi-stage. In this table, the outcome for each stage is listed separately. So partner visa is a multi-stage, and if you are from India or if you have lodged a partner visa, if the applicant is in India, in other words, and processed by New Delhi office, which is the Australian High Commission in New Delhi, which is processing the 309 applications currently. The processing time is 1 year. So you don't want the visa to be refused. You should do everything in your capacity to see that it is a decision-ready application and give enough evidence of your ongoing and genuine relationship. Let's look at the numbers. 309 granted 28,764 and refusals 3,233. That's quite a number. And what could be the reasons for these refusals? 3,233. We do not have data about each application, why it was refused, because they wouldn't tell us. All we know is so many visas got refused, 309 ones, between 1st July 2017 to 28th of Feb 2019. The reasons could be perhaps identity issue, which is failing to establish an identity or show enough evidence of the applicant's or sponsor's identity. It could be a character issue. The sponsor or the applicant are not considered as good people, which means they don't have good character. Good character is one of the essential things for a visa application to be granted. They could be looking at police clearance certificates, and they could be looking at other information that the department has access to, and then determine whether an applicant or a sponsor is a person of good character. Then the most common reason could be the non-genuineness of the relationship. So if the relationship is not genuine, if it started well but it's not going good right now, so it started well 1 year back but it is not good now, so it's almost leading to a broken marriage or a broken relationship, which means the relationship is not ongoing, so that could be a potential refusal case. So even if it is genuine and ongoing, it is very important for you to provide evidence of the same. So for every month or two, you gather documents and provide to the department by uploading it on IMI account. It's not that you just provide a marriage certificate after you're getting married and then provide 1 or 2 pictures of the wedding, or if not 10 or 20 pictures. Some people will have a video as well, put it on YouTube, share a link. That's all good, but what happens after that? You need to provide the genuine and ongoing relationship evidence, which are based on 4 factors: social, commitment, household, and financial. So if you see in the Department of Home Affairs website, you can read what they are about, or you can book a consultation with me. I can explain it to you what they are about and customize according to the relationship you're having. So if you go to sujithtalks.com and schedule a phone or a video or a face-to-face consultation, we can discuss about your future partner visa application that you're going to lodge if you're going to get married very soon, or if you have already lodged it but you haven't provided enough documents and it is processing, you wouldn't know what to put, but you are in a genuine and ongoing relationship. I'm the right person to contact. You can simply go to my website and schedule a call there. Moving on, the visa subclass 100 granted 40,106 and refused 4,492. Again, 4,492 is quite a number. In fact, it's more than 3,233 for 309. So What we see here is that the 100 subclass is having more refusals and more grants than the temporary residence partner visa, which is 309. The granted were 40,106 in subclass 100, while the granted ones were 28,764 in 309. Refusals more and grants more in 100 than 309. That is one comparison we could do. Now moving on, you got 801 and 820, which are onshore partner visas. So 820 is the temporary one. So you apply 820/801 initially, and then after 2 years you could do 801, just like 309 and 100. The difference here is 820 can only be lodged onshore, which means you're already here, the applicant is already here, be it on a visitor visa or some other visa, sometimes not even having a visa. They could be eligible provided you provide evidence of the reasons why you're not having a visa for some time. So 820 is a bit complicated than 309, and that is to be done onshore. Now, like, the trend is the department expects people to lodge overseas applications like 309 instead of coming on a visitor visa and doing an 820, because the department is not liking the fact that there are too many people on bridging visas here in Australia and they can't keep track of them, or for various reasons that they don't like 820 but they like 309. As a result, if you see, the processing times are also good for 309 if you compare it with 820. So that's a bit of history. Now 820 granted were 43,123 versus refused 3,788. And 801, the permanent residence application, onshore one, for which you need to have 820 granted already, and then there needs to be 2 years of time you have applied 820. Unless it is a long-term relationship, you're exempted from that. But usually after 2 years you lodged 820, you can do 801, and you should be a holder of 820, like I said before. So the grants for 801 are 42,071, which is 42,071, and the refusals were 5,475. So even onshore ones, the refusals were more in the permanent one compared to the temporary one, 5,475 versus 3,788, the onshore permanent versus temporary. On the other hand, the grants were a bit less in permanent, 42,071 versus in temporary 820, 43,123. So it depends on who's applied when, and in that period of time which application moved to the permanent stage. If you compare onshore versus offshore, you see that onshore grants were more. If you add 801 and 820, they are more than 85,000 grants. If you compare 309 and 100 grants, they are 68,000 plus, so close to 69,000. So 85,000 obviously is more than 69,000, so you got more grants onshore than offshore. If you compare refusals onshore versus offshore, if you see onshore, the refusals are more than 9,000, and if you see offshore, they are more than 7,500. So more than 7,500 offshore and more than 9,000 onshore. Definitely onshore refusals are more. So grants are more onshore, so is refusals. That brings an end to this video. If you're after partner visa immigration advice or visitor visa immigration advice, go to my website sujithtalks.com. Schedule a face-to-face if you're in Melbourne, or a phone or a video consultation. even if you're in Melbourne or in the state or overseas. You can select your time zone and choose the best time slot. I usually work in Indian time zone, so you might find slots available after hours if you're here in Australia, or even if you're in India, after hours or before hours, you could find a few slots. So hope to talk to you soon. And for those viewers who haven't subscribed to my channel on YouTube, subscribe to YouTube channel Sujith Talks and click on the bell icon to get notified. Stay tuned for more. Till then, it's goodbye.